Welcome to Dick's Sporting Goods Park, everyone. The 3A state championship game here in Colorado. We're glad you're along with us on CHSAA.tv. We're going to be rolling all day. The 3A, 4A, and 5A state championships right here as we get set for the matchup between Kent Denver and Colorado Academy. Rolling into this one. For Kent Denver, the 5 seed, Colorado Academy, the number 2 seed in this matchup here. The number 1 seeds did not fare very well this year. The Classical Academy was the top seed in Class 3A. They got knocked out a little bit earlier on as these two teams get matched up. Here's a little different perspective for us as we sit here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. They've actually moved the players onto the other side. When the Rapids play, they're typically here on this west side, but instead they've lined them up on the east side. So we get a pretty good look at what goes on over there, and we'll get a chance to kind of keep an eye on the coaches as well. Beautiful field. It's been raining here on and off throughout part of the overnight. Certainly this morning just kind of misting a little bit. But they're playing on a little different type of field. It's natural grass. It is shaved down like it's a fairway, certainly. And so the ball is going to spin out of there. You're going to see it skip. It will certainly do some things that these players may not be used to, typically playing on a natural grass surface. The grass is a little bit longer. This one is shaved down. This is a professional soccer field, so may take a little bit of adjustment for these guys to play a little bit. They played at All City Stadium, of course, in the semifinals, and that was the artificial turf, or the flubber, of course, that we have these days, so the ball certainly reacts a little bit differently there. The nice thing is there's not a lot of wind that we have to deal with. Some of it blowing a little bit out of the north. That's a cool wind, but we've got a little bit of the building over there in the locker rooms on the north side that will kind of stop a little bit of that wind. It's an interesting deal down here in Dick's Sporting Goods Park in that the wind will swirl a little bit if it actually comes in the right direction, and it's actually looking at where the flag is blowing in kind of from the northeast right now. That's about the direction it needs to go, so we may have a little different type of condition down on the field. We'll have to watch and see how this ball reacts, certainly skipping through the wet surface and then up into the air if either one of these teams try to go a little bit with an aerial game. Kent Denver wearing their navy blues, the white numbers, and Colorado Academy, who I will refer to most of the time as CA, that's kind of their nickname. They'll go left to right in front of us. They've got the home white uniforms here as we are underway. How much running around do you think these guys would like to do early on? It is chilly out there. They've warmed up. We've been watching these guys spread up and down the field here, and CA trying to push down to this far side as this comes toward the end line. Nice save, but a slip down there, and it's kicked to the side and a throw-in coming for Colorado Academy. You see a little bit of that, too. It depends on what kind of spikes you have on. You know, football players will wear different size spikes. The same thing is true for soccer. You go with the shorter ones so they don't get caught up in the field, and this is a very nice field. A little back heel here for Colorado Academy, but it'll be swept out of harm's way for the moment. Or do you go with the longer spikes here just to make sure that you can kind of dig in a little bit? Roll down some of the names and some of the players you'll certainly hear from. We're certainly going to talk about the young man that's the leading scorer for Kent Denver, and that's Matt Olson, number 10 out there. You better keep an eye on him. The throw-in by Cole Evans will be headed back, and another throw-in for Kent Denver right here. Always interesting perspective. I get an opportunity to see, swing and a miss there by the defender, and it'll go over the end line. First corner coming here for Kent Denver. 36 degrees here at kickoff at Commerce City at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And that is probably going to be our high temperature here today, believe it or not. It's going to be one of those deals. So a corner coming for Kent Denver here on the near side. In swinger. And the goalkeeper will punch that one away. Well played that time. And back to the midfield. For Colorado Academy, Jack Thomas is their keeper out there. That was a tough one. He had defenders all around him. You can see the counterattack by Kent Denver. That's going to be a little bit of what their MO is. They will bend a little bit but won't break. As Colorado Academy, or as Kent Denver comes in here, they lost to Colorado Academy back on October 13th, 2-0. So this is a rematch from a little over a month ago, where CA dominated with those 2 goals. Kent Denver has a pretty good keeper out there. Mark Siegel helped out in that overtime win to get them here to the finals. And he hasn't had any work here yet. Thomas will roll this out, and here we go. Colorado Academy will start to work things. 40-minute halves, total of 80 minutes. What happens after that? Well, you go into overtimes. Let's hope we don't get that far. Here on CHSAA.TV, an errant pass picked off here. And Kent Denver's Marco Perez tries to send that forward. Instead, CA defense. Boy, a little light on the touches here. Kind of lackadaisical. A second turnover this time as Kent Denver starts to work it. Solart trying to move his way through, and we will have a foul and a free kick coming here right at the top of the 18. 18 is the penalty box. The goal box is a little bit closer. That's the 6. We'll call it the 18, though. That's been in play for the last 10 years when you start talking about 18s and 6s. Real opportunity for Kent Denver, this free kick with Cole Evans. The junior will line it up. CA's got that wall up front now. Tries to send it through. None of the wall actually got up in the air, and there's a foul and a free kick coming. Well, that's a rough tackle. No card to be handed out here. And a sign of sportsmanship after the tackle, a pat on the shoulder. A little early for a card, I would think. Boy, that was tough by Cole Evans. And the keeper will come out to go ahead and play the free kick. Time is counting down here. Normally in soccer it will count up, but in high school, the federation rules, the clock will count down. You'll also see that in college as well. Of course, in the pros here, a nice kick to the side as Jonathan Meyer tries to get to the end. Did he get a touch? Nope, goal kick coming here. Meyer complaining, said no, that was a goal kick. But that was a corner kick is what he was asking for. Instead, it'll be a goal kick here. Yeah, you watched MLS soccer, you watch the Premier League at all, the clock counts up. Meyer's got it here on the turnover. He's going to try to go far post, well wide, and this will go over the end. Another goal kick here. Cole Evans, just a heavy touch with the foot that time. Could not quite control as it bounded away from him, and Meyer was all over it. So 6 minutes into this one. 34-37 to go in the first half. We talked about Colorado Academy. One blemish on their record. That was a tie with Kennedy way back on September 7th, 2 months ago. Otherwise, they won everything else coming through here. Work to the side, across there, and easily played by Thomas. Daniel Riley was looking for a little bit of help there, but the numbers didn't get pushed forward for Kent Denver. Just one corner here so far, and that was just a misplay by CA. Kent Denver with a scoring opportunity, but the shot never on net. Evans tries to play that forward here as they battle in the midfield. Talk a lot about Cole Evans on this near side. You can see Kent Denver likes to work the left side of the field. And for CA, there's Jason Blatt. Blatt will go to the far side, back heel. Nobody there. This will go over the end line and a throw in coming for Kent Denver. Full slate of soccer today. 4A game will go at 1:30 this afternoon Mountain Time. The 5A game at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So we are here all day, and the weather is not expected to get much better than this. In fact, it may be worse by the time it is all over with. The defender, tripped up, and the whistle will blow. That'll be a foul there. Ryan Satcher got to it, played it back to himself. Looked like he was maybe losing a little bit of his footing and then got upended. So the foul against Magno Perez. Get no cards handed out here to this point. It was a hard tackle by Kent Denver before. They're very aggressive defensively. The CA starts to work this down. That's O'Brien as he lifts it over the top to the side. Here to the right side, right foot. No. Beautiful tackle to save that one. And then a lone shot that'll sail up into the stands. Wow, defenders got in there just in time. Siegel was coming off his line. Boy, it appeared they had him dead to rights, but the center defender slid in and made a beautiful tackle that time. Dangerous, dangerous play by Colorado Academy. You can see they start to push those numbers forward there. And they really get very aggressive once they get into the box. Kent Denver more kind of a counter attack type of team. They'll go up over the top and really try to push it forward from the midfield. But CA, you could see, very aggressive. Well, we've already seen Thomas, their keeper, come out and take a free kick. Well off the 18. Meyer to lead this forward now. Race is on. Maffel to it. To his left foot. This will be kicked over the end line and a corner coming here. Well played by Manuel Meraz, and Meraz is the guy who slid in there and made that tackle right near the top of the 6. This will be Robert Wright to take it. Outswinger. Top of the 6, over the top of the head. This one can't be centered down, and over the end line it will go. Gerpin O'Brien just could not settle that one down. You can see how that ball skips through the wet grass. That is tough to play. Anything you're going to fire from a certain distance at the goal, if you can get it to skip and slide through there, you've got an open shot. Expect to see. CA is not opposed to doing it. They may fire a couple from distance and see how the keeper reacts to it. Now Meyer still trying to work his way through. They say free kick coming. Robert Wright was trying to tap that back with his outside of his right foot that time and got upended. So a free kick right here and a real opportunity for Griffin O'Brien. Kent Denver going to line up 3 on the wall. Boy, this is right on top the 18. What an opportunity here. Siegel right in the middle of the goal right now. A couple steps off his line. Here it comes. They'll fire it through, and that one off the defender over the end line. So a corner kick on the way again. Pressure coming now. Second corner on the way. .29:16 to go. Outswinger, top of the 6. It'll be headed out by the defender, top of the 18. O'Brien there tries to work his way through. Played off it. And now Kent Denver maybe going to try a little counter. Instead, a nice tackle, and this one over the boundary line. A throw-in coming for Kent Denver. Well played. Cole Bortz is actually one of those defenders. Had to play that one. CA only had 3 defenders back there. So a throw-in coming for Kent. Headed down the near side. Over the end line it'll go. Another throw-in. Smart play by Riley. And a goal kick coming. Real quick play by Kent Denver. We'll see. I've noticed this a little bit with Kent Denver on a couple of throw-ins. They're very quick to get that ball in. They try to pick the pace up themselves. For now, the field decidedly tilted for Colorado Academy. They look very good. Battle in the midfield. And now the numbers. Boy, the offense not really keeping their space there. Everybody's kind of bunched in there, but it's worked out pretty well so far. O'Brien to tap it over the top. Siegel will come off his line. Well played. And a quick counter as he swings it out here to the near side. Riley try to work his way through that double team. They're There's Wright now. We'll give it up. It comes here to the near side, Meyer. And it's tapped out. Throw in coming for CA. Perez, who actually works mainly as a forward. Kent Denver runs everybody back except for the one lead man up front. They know how dangerous, having played Colorado Academy, that they start pushing the numbers forward, really put that pressure on. Over the boundary line again, another throw in for CA. Robert Wright, the junior, will get it right back on the throw in now. Touches to the corner of the 18. It'll be touched wide, and Kent Denver will have it. Rolling into this, the top seed, as we told you, the Classical Academy. Kent Denver, the 5 seed, beat Heritage Christian, beat Match Buff, then beat Holy Family, and then in the semifinals beat Faith Christian 1-0. In that thrilling semifinal. Doug Cohen, a junior over there, trying to play it to the side, and it'll be a throw-in for Kent Denver on the far side. Chile, you can see a lot of the players have gloves on out there. We were talking up here in the booth. I'd be one of those guys wearing the full Under Armour garment. I may still have sweats on out there. We're tough kids. To the side it comes, a little back heel opportunity now. There's Evans. Not swarming defense for CA. And an easy play for Thomas. So he'll punt that out. Here's Evans again. Boy, he touches the ball an awful lot. He'll try to switch sides. The ball will skip the defender to it. And we'll let it go over the boundary line so Colorado Academy will get the throw in. Soccer coverage presented in part by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future. From improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices, collegeincolorado.org can help your student create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future. That's collegeincolorado.org. Free kick coming for Colorado Academy. Cole Bortz, the senior defender, is going to take it right near the midfield. Send it toward the top of the 18. Head to the far side. Chipped over the top. He's onside. But again, that ball skipped right by him. Doug Wright was there. It's about learning to play the field. Boy, that was beautiful. And something like that on the flubber or the artificial turf, that ball probably would have had enough backspin to settle right in front of him. It would have bounded a little high, but it would have tried to stop. This time the ball skidded right through that natural grass and over the end line. Defender going to go ahead and take the goal kick. Headed forward, CA keeping the pressure on O'Brien. There's the defender hustling through. That's Odette. And Odette did a nice job to run all the way to that far side and really defensively make Colorado Academy have to send it back to try to set things up here. Again, through this first 17 minutes of this one, the field is decidedly tilted in Colorado Academy's favor. Ryan Satcher here to the side, right with it. It's played out by Evans. Quick throw in now by Colorado Academy. Meyer trying to get to it. Not going to be able to as he goes over the end line, and a goal kick coming. We've mentioned Jonathan Myers, and he goes by JJ several times. 11 goals on the season. He's one of those guys. And a collision here at midfield. That'll be a free kick for Kent Denver. Basically, that's for dangerous play, as one of the Colorado Academy players went right up over the top of a Kent Denver player trying to head it. Very aware, just like in any high school sport, of concussions in soccer. Boy, I'll tell you what, over the last couple of years, we've been a lot more aware of some real concussions popping up, particularly on the girls' side of things. Headed into the 18, up into the air, bounding ball. Keeper trying to get to it and actually shielding it off. It will be a goal kick. 18 minutes in. No score, and I know I throw this out on nearly every soccer broadcast, but former World Cupper and member of the U.S. men's national team, Marcelo Balboa, I think described it best to me when Cello talked about how important certain 5 minutes are. The first 5 minutes of a match, the last 5 minutes of a half, and then the beginning 5 minutes of a half, and then anything surrounding a goal for either team. It's how you react after a goal happens, that 5 minutes in there. Well, certainly well into the first 5 minutes of a match, the team seemed to kind of figure things out. We noticed that Colorado Academy then started to push the numbers forward, and they were much more aggressive offensively. Kent Denver early on in that first 5 minutes able to kind of ride things down. Oh, big collision. There'll be a stern talking to here. No card handed out. Marcus Steers, well, maybe you take a little bit of that because of the precipitation on the field there. He couldn't stop himself, but boy, he bored right through the defender for CA. And a free kick coming for Kent Denver now. It's always a slippery slope, I guess pun intended, inside the 18 when the keeper is going after the ball or about to scoop the ball up, when a forward is moving in to try to play it. How fast do you go? How aggressive do you go? Because if you run into the keeper, you know, obviously it's an unwritten rule. You don't touch the keeper, but at the same time, even a slight bumper and the referee doesn't see it, certainly could help to jostle the ball loose. Clock stops 20:23, and they're going to, the official here is going to talk to a couple of players that got into a bit of a scrum there. Robert Wright and O'Brien, or Solart and O'Brien, excuse me, Griffin O'Brien and Greer Solart. The throw in for CA. The ball doesn't change hands at all. Solart will try to play this forward, and another bad pass. O'Brien touches here to Myers. Myers trying to work his way to the outside. Back heel to himself. He'll be played off the ball. The defender stayed with it for the time being. A little pushing and shoving. That'll go on Myers. And Kent Denver will get the free kick. You stay on your line and you'll be pretty successful. Charlie Hyam, who's a sophomore that time, that's who the foul was against. Ball headed up over the top. Headed by Kent Denver, though, and right into the arms of Thomas. Jack Thomas, the junior keeper, punts this one out. Myers will head it here to the right side. It's going to head out, though. Having walked the field before, there is a bit of a crown on the field, but it's not as sharp as you would think. The drainage here really is not dependent on the way the field is crowned, but actually because of the sand that's underneath. Actually, I've seen snow on this field, and it'll melt away and play pretty nice. Typically, on some fields, if they don't drain well, you've got to have a higher crown in the middle so that when the ball runs to the side, it'll get helped by gravity. That's not the case here. This field's pretty flat. They don't have to crown it very much because of the great drainage system here. Kent Denver will get the throw in. Try to push the numbers forward here. 22 minutes in to the first half. Evans. This one headed right back. Cole Evans will get another throw in. And we'll get a dry soccer ball. Those will be hard to come by the time the evening rolls in. Off the back of the head, I think that may have last touched Solart. Nope, they're going to say it'll be a throw-in for Kent Denver. Substitutions unlimited. You can bring guys in and out as many times as you like. It's not like in professional soccer, where you're only allowed 3 substitutions. This is unlimited here. You just do it at the stoppage of play. Clock doesn't stop, obviously. Clock only stops when the referee asks for it, and that's when a stern talking to comes in. Will Myers got the ball right up in the face. I'm going to make sure he's okay. I mean, speaking of stopping the clock, they stop it at 17:43 here. Not necessarily intentional, but again, kind of a dangerous play by Greer Solart. And those two at battle, my apologies, it wasn't actually Myers. It was O'Brien and Solart that had kind of banged heads earlier. The referee just making sure they're controlling things there. These two teams know each other. As we mentioned, they matched up earlier this season back on October 13th, and it was all Colorado Academy. They won 2-0. In the midfield, played here. Perez will try to track this one down. Daniel Riley. Riley, stay with it. Riley. Throw in for Kent Denver. He's able to play it off of Cole Bortz. Evans will throw it in here on the near side. 23 minutes in. Kent Denver able to push some numbers forward. Headed toward the top of the 18, but swept away. Evans to try to send one through. Riley did not see that one coming. Solart again there. Kent Denver fairly aggressive now. Sun Devils really trying to push forward. As it heads out, it'll be a throw in for Colorado Academy. Ryan Satcher send it to Myers. And a push there. Solart on a Myers, and they say play on. Oh, boy. Now we get guys being upended. That was a forearm shiver that time from one of the Colorado Academy players right on the shoulder. And then he ended up going right between the legs of one of the Colorado Academy players there. I think that's where most of the damage came from, as he slid right into him. Bert Borgman's here. Does that mean the sun can't be far away? Fingers crossed. Yeah, huh? Sent in. In there it comes. Great catch. How about Thomas? Solid sticky fingers right there. He had no problem with it. That was headed just outside the post, too. But a nice ball set in that time. Riley with a pick, and now here it comes to the center. A little give and go. Riley down the far side for Kent Denver. Off the back heel it goes, out of bounds, throw in for Colorado Academy. Just could not quite control that one. Quick throw in, but a turnover. Kent Denver will control here in the midfield. Evans will step forward. Numbers already forward here. Nice tackle. And now CA can turn it around. Here's Myers. Myers on the right foot trying to swing it wide. Myers still pushing in, has control of it now. Tries to play his way through. To the end. The cross, no. Blocked nicely that time as Hyam will stay with him. Now top of the 18. Whoa, through ball, shot on goal. Miscommunication by the defense. And a through ball. And the goal put through by Connor Weisman. The junior, boy, like a deer in the headlights. His eyes had to lit up like you wouldn't believe as that ball was allowed to be played through by the defenders. Just a miscommunication, and suddenly Weisman has it right in front of him. 9th goal of the season for Connor Weisman. And Colorado Academy scores the goal in the 25th minute. And it came on a lapse in judgment by the defense for Kent Denver. They had defended so nicely. The pressure put on continually. We talked about how the field's been tilted decidedly in Colorado Academy's favor. Finally broke. The Mustangs were able to push it through, and it was a miscommunication as that ball was allowed to cross all the way through the top of the 18. Connor Weissman with the goal. I can tell you this, having seen Colorado Academy, both the boys and the girls soccer teams and the clubs, the way that they play, they will not be going back into a defensive shell here by any means. The best defense is a good offense and keeping the ball on the other side of the field, and that's what's going to happen here. Colorado Academy is not going to change anything. Now you can see here, we're glad you're along with us here on CHSAA.tv. You can see on the other side there aren't any fans. They aren't allowing any fans over there. They want to fill up the near side first. And actually with the overhangs here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, this is a beautiful soccer facility. Folks are kind of settled back in. We actually see the student section that are all the way down toward the front here. Opportunity. And the left foot, that'll go wide by Riley. Saw the opening, tried to bend that one in there. That stayed outside the near post, though. Colorado Academy starting to push the numbers forward. They're only playing 3 defenders along that back line right now. I think it's 4, but we see Ryan Satcher actually pushes forward from his right back position. There's Myers now, and here comes CA again. Tapped back. Siegel will come out to play this one. By the way, Siegel had no shot at stopping that shot by Weissman. He took the near side post and said, I'm going to defend this near side, and Weissman sent it to the far side. Not much you can do in a 1v1 situation. He'd come off his line, cut the angle as much as he could, but he didn't get any help from his defense. Kent Denver trying to counter, see if they can get something going here. There's Olsen. Matt Olsen tried to touch it forward. Well played by the defender. Maffey just touched it to the side and over the boundary line, and a throw-in coming for Colorado Academy. 29 minutes in. 1-0 Colorado Academy. It comes off the foot of Connor Weissman in the 25th minute. The defender well played to the side. And again, here come the Mustangs pushing forward those numbers. Still a lot of time. We've seen Kent Denver able to push some numbers forward. They had a very nice early corner kick and an opportunity there. And outside of that, they haven't really had much in the way of set pieces, being able to push any numbers through. A couple of crosses that have gone really, well, unmanned, because Kent Denver still kind of settles back into that mentality of staying back defensively. They don't quite push all the numbers forward. Myers knocked down. They say play on. No, they're going to give him a free kick. Solar didn't like the call. Excuse me, that's O'Brien that got upended. So the free kick coming here. Solar beside himself. He's already been talked to a couple of times by the referee out there. Robert Wright to take the free kick. We'll try to send it through. Bounding ball. Siegel's got it. Off his line at the perfect time. And now quickly trying to counter. Touch through. Here to the near side. And Evans will play it for Kent Denver. Nice steal there. A little shimmy move. The step over's pretty standard in soccer. The shimmy move, that's more of a football move, but I guess it worked. This one will stay in play. I thought that might go over the boundary. Colorado Academy will keep possession, send it forward. Whoop, misplay. Oop, for the moment, Myers had it. Evans able to touch that away, but again, the pressure coming from the Mustangs. Big collision over there on that far side. One of the Kent Denver players a little slow to get up. Olsen working against O'Brien. O'Brien a little bit of a aerial game. Follow the sign. Colorado Academy will keep control of it here. Touched ahead. Wright's got it. Wright with the cross. Too far ahead. Siegel's going to track that down now, and now he's just going to play that to the side. Oh, not a bad effort there by Meyer. That's a pretty nice set coming in. A little too much air on it. .32 minutes in. We're in the first half. Colorado Academy up 1-0. Light touch. Riley has to wait for that one and try to gather it forward. Olson's ahead. He's got a long way to get there. He will, though. Olson tries to step his way through. Played off. Solart there. Trying to hold his ground. We'll send it back. There's Evans now. And a free kick coming. A foul. We'll go against Wright. That's a little bit for finishing the... I believe it might have been Doug Cohen, actually. Number 3. Cohen, a junior defender. Kind of finished things off here. So a free kick. And Evans, he's got a pretty good leg. He can send this into the 18. And will. Sending it to the far post side. And headed up. Over it goes. Corner coming for Kent Denver. Their second corner of the match. 33 minutes into this first half. 3A state championship. We're glad you're along with us. 4A and 5A title games to follow here. I believe that'll be Riley taking the corner. That far side, near post. Just on top of the 6, headed out. Bounding ball. It's outside that 18. And now swept toward that left side. Rez tries to send that down and actually works. And a throw in for Kent Denver as they put the pressure on again. Tough throw in. Olson will try to stick that through. It'll go over the end line and a goal kick coming. High school students could start their college education and earn high school credit through Adams State University's early college and concurrent enrollment programs. Online courses are offered through Colorado. For more information, you can visit exstudies.adams.edu. Kent Denver pushing a few numbers forward, at least in that midfield here. Greer now, and he'll send it wide. There's nobody actually down this near side. It's all about momentum, and Greer really got through there, was able to control it for the moment, but then needs a lighter touch to send it to the side. But really, Kent Denver had already settled back kind of into a defensive posture. Plenty of time left if the Sun Devils are going to try to find the equalizer here. 35 minutes into this first half, 5:27 to go before we hit intermission. And Colorado Academy will control for the moment in the midfield. Boy, you can see the numbers getting forward and Kent Denver making a bigger push here. Stepping up, making the play. Schmergel will get there. Seeing him come up from his defensive spot. Whoop, got upended. Odette and Colorado Academy with it. Touch to the side. Here's Myers. Can they counter down this near side? And the ball will roll over the end line and a goal kick coming right here. Boy, I'll tell you what, Manuel Moraz, he's getting pounded on there as the center back player. He got kicked right in the calf that time. Our state championship coverage provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll be there the day you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. We'll be there to make sure that Insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. A redo on the goal kick. 36 minutes into the first half. 4:04 to go. Colorado Academy, a goal in the 25th. Over the last 4 minutes, really, Kent Denver has been able to really be the aggressor and push forward a little bit. Alex Schmergel. Well, instead, oh, of course, it'll be Cole Evans. It'll go ahead and take the free kick here right from the midfield. Sent into the 18. Headed high and over the crossbar it goes. Olsen was there, got his head on it, flicked it just over the crossbar. Boy, check to see and make sure Thomas is okay. He landed right on his back. They say, no, it's a goal kick. You need to set it on. You can't just set it down and send it away. It's not like a free kick. You've got to set it on the 6. You have to make sure the ball gets outside of the 18, which it did on that one, but the defender had actually just laid it down and just sent it forward. Nice back heel by Olsen. Odette with it now. Sends it to the center. Evans down the side. Played off by the defender, and it'll be a goal kick here. Kent Denver has pushed the numbers forward here the last 6 or 7 minutes now, certainly after the goal went through. And again, Colorado Academy is not backing up defensively. They've still been fairly aggressive, but you can see how the Sun Devils have really stepped it up a notch. And we talked about the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes after that goal, it was pressure, pressure, pressure by Colorado Academy, able to withstand that, though. Throw in for the Sun Devils here. Kick to side. Another throw in for the Sun Devils. Well, that was close to a handball there. Olsen trying to control that. Chipped wide and a throw in for Colorado Academy. 39 minutes in. Don't know if that equalizer's coming here before intermission. And now CA taking their time with the throw in here. This will go over the boundary. So Kent Denver will have it. Maybe one more push here. Short break it at intermission. We'll let you know about. We'll try to update you on some scores here going on. Playoff football all day long and some tough conditions now. Football conditions of that. Ball sent forward. Whoops, swing and a miss. Olsen's out. So is Thomas, though. Oh, boy, that ended up getting his defender, and somehow that ball will get through. Wow. That was a lot of pain coming. 40 seconds left. Evans played off the ball. It'll go over the boundary line. No, free kick coming. They're going to have to hurry. Wow, I don't know who got drilled for Colorado Academy, but they're back up. That was a lot of pain coming. Sent forward and down to 15 seconds here. And Colorado Academy will control now, and they will send it down. Bounding ball. Oh, player on side, but this one's going to skip and head over the end line. And that'll do it for the first half here. A goal in the 25th by Connor Wiseman. And Colorado Academy will take the lead going in at halftime here over Kent Denver in the 3A state championship. We'll take a short break here. Hope the weather doesn't deteriorate too much. It's actually kind of held off here. It is spitting outside just a little bit. And we're in the upper 30s right now. Fingers crossed the snow holds off here. The 3A title game, I think we'll be able to get through it. We'll be back with you here in about 9 minutes. Glad you're watching right here on CHSAA.tv. ready to come out of intermission here. Another 40 up on the clock. We've played 40 already. It's a 1-goal lead for Colorado Academy. Connor Weisman in the 25th minute. Each team has had 2 corner opportunities. Kent Denver had probably the best opportunity. An in-swinger from this right side, as Kent Denver obviously was going the other direction last time. Put it on goal, basically. It's a great save by Jack Thomas to punch it away right at the top of the 6. That's really the only opportunity that Kent Denver has had. Colorado Academy dominated the middle part of that first half, really tilting the field and putting the pressure on. Kent Denver really settling back defensively. Now, they got more aggressive after being down a goal, but they were unable to put anything together. So Colorado Academy and the home whites, they are the top seed coming in at second seed in the 32-team bracket in Class 3A. Kent Denver, the number 5 seed. Kent Denver and the Navy Blues just over the end line. Goal kick coming here for Kent Denver. Our state tournament coverage here is presented in part by College in Colorado. Explore your career options from sports broadcasting to electrician to nurse. Take a virtual campus tour of college and find financial aid at collegeincolorado.org. That's collegeincolorado.org. Let's see if the Sun Devils, Kent Denver, are a little more aggressive here, pushing the numbers forward. This one played through. Oh. How many of those pins and needles are you going to feel in your feet by the time this match is over with here for both clubs? It's cold. Ticked up a degree from where we were at kickoff. It's 37 degrees now here in Commerce City. But again, it is still wet out there. Rain part of the overnight, not a heavy rain, just kind of a mist here throughout the morning. The field is in great shape, though. We haven't seen a lot of slipping and sliding, so it appears the players have the right boots on, that's for sure. You would absolutely be amazed. Well, if you've ever been to a Sports Authority field at Mile High, the same can be said for their field and the condition that it's in, or Coors Field. You see how far down the grass is shaved down to, and it's just in perfect condition. Same is true here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, the soccer-only facility built in the early 2000s. Pressure again being put on by Colorado Academy. There's Olsen as he tries to turn it. Myers will play off the ball there. Myers, nifty spin move on that far side as it comes through. The weather, well, I guess this is the kind of weather they're playing in when they play in the Premier League, that's for sure. But you would see here in Colorado, this is more suited to American football weather. Well, the soccer boys are used to playing in this kind of weather too as we get down through October and certainly into November now. Here for the state championships, Myers tries to play it to the side. Colorado Academy will keep control of it. Over the boundary line and a throw in on the far side. Something else, I guess, we mentioned the condition of the field, but we should also mention the size of the field. This is a much larger field than the players are used to playing on. A little bit longer, certainly much wider. Just add a few more yards onto the end and to the sides, and we'll see how that plays in toward the end of the match. How good a shape are these guys in, certainly. Fender to try to play this ahead. Well, we can see that Cole Evans has switched sides for Kent Denver. Evans is playing that left side. He's here on the right side now. Turnover, and Evans going to try to give that forward. Riley, heavy touch though. Oh, that one got up handball, and that'll be a free kick coming for Kent Denver right here. Robert Wright trying to get the foot on it to try to settle it in there. He wasn't really trying to send it anywhere, just settle it down, but he missed it. It bounded up and caught him right in the arm. The whistle doesn't blow every time when the ball hits an arm. If the arm is inside the body, it's okay. You can't make an attempt at the ball with the arm. That's where the handball is called. But if your arms are outside of the area of the body, then, ooh, big left-footed kick, top of the 6 here, and it goes right over the top of everybody. Oh, Thomas came out, ran into a group of players there, couldn't even get up in the air at that one, but the free kick was sent wide of that far post. Too much air on it. That's a little bit of the adrenaline flowing here. You just think about how far that is. That's a good 60-yard kick in the air. Through ball. Eagle will come off his line and slide and stop before he goes over the line there so he can keep his hands on it. That was a dangerous play. Evans trying to head that forward to himself. Wright instead will control it. This one's sent wide. Throw in coming for Colorado Academy. Mraz, the sophomore, actually playing right back now. He's been beat up quite a bit on the defensive side of things. Throw in for Wright now for Colorado Academy. Bounding ball. This one's headed toward the end line. And it will stay in. Here comes Wright now. Can he cross with that left foot? He will keep it inside, and over the end line it goes. Corner kick coming for Colorado Academy. Boy, we can hear the crowd getting louder and louder now. Got to do something to stay warm, that's for sure. This will be Wright. Headed toward the top of the 18, and this one will head toward the boundary line. See who last touched it. Well, they say, okay, Denver thought they were going to have a throw in. They're not. It'll be Colorado Academy. Mentioning earlier about American football. Yeah, the playoffs rolling here on this Saturday. There were some big games last night. I was watching the 5A game between number 1 Thunder Ridge and Cherry Creek. 57-56, double overtime. Joe Johnson goes for a 2-point conversion after their second touchdown in that second overtime, second touchdown after regulation, went immediately for 2 and got her done. Very aggressive play. I wouldn't expect anything else from head coach Joe Johnson. It didn't surprise me that much. They just decided to end it right there. The defenses weren't stopping anything. 2 juggernauts offensively. Not that they don't have good defenses on both those teams, but offensively, the coordinators had figured a little something out. Here's Olsen now for Kent Denver down the far side with the boundary line. Sun Devils will have the throw in. 1-0 Colorado Academy with the lead. 49 minutes in. Play a total of 80 here. Oh, a little miscommunication there. I don't think the keeper thought he was going to let that ball go through. A little hesitant. Thomas will play it, though. Olsen played off the ball. Well played. Mraz sends it to the side. That's a little heavy. It's going to go over the boundary line. The throw in coming for Colorado Academy. A little loose with the pass. Well, the Mustang's going to push the numbers forward here a little bit. Colorado Academy is going to switch things up. Ben Mappy, the sophomore, is actually playing over on that right side now. Chipped up over the top. Toward the 18, touched in. Solart will send it aside. Myers now, used to seeing him over there. Off of a Sun Devil and over the end line, another corner coming for Colorado Academy. Two quick corners here. The first 10 minutes of the second half. We're 50 minutes into the match now. 30-11 left to go. Sent toward the middle of the 18, headed up top. Can O'Brien get his foot on it? He'll send it high. Just couldn't settle it down the way he wanted to. It was kind of a fadeaway shot. He never really did get into that one, and it floated high. So many things to think about when the ball comes out to you. He had a little bit of space, but he's trying to hurry to settle it down. You know, bounding ball's okay, but if it's up knee high, then you've got to scissor kick it. You've got different things to do. He wanted to get it down so he could really get a good strike on it. Never really had it in the spot that he wanted. Tough pass, whistle, push from behind, and a free kick coming right here from the midfield. Kent Denver will push the numbers down here. 51 minutes in. Kicked in by Merez. The defender heads it up. Hustling through. That was Solart. He tries to push the issue as it comes to the side. Another throw in for the Sun Devils. Well, I'll tell you what. Rear Solart is a thorn in the side of CA. A little bit of rough stuff going on early in the match, but he has been super aggressive. Merez will send it to the side. Top of the 18. Loose ball. Still there. Look out. Odette got upended, and now the ball over the end line and a goal kick coming. So Colorado Academy with a goal kick on the way. K-12 educators can meet licensing requirements and earn advanced degrees through Adams State University Distance Learning. Hundreds of professional development courses are offered on-site and at a distance. For more information, you can visit exstudies.adams.edu. Substitutes rolling in here for Kent Denver. .52 minutes in, 28-13 left to go. Clock stopped for a moment. And now that Thomas has sent this away. Evans bounding ball, and this will be played by the keeper, Thomas, who again has made one big save and then has not had to work very hard. His front four defenders has done a nice job. They've not allowed any space for any real shots to get through. O'Brien going to go ahead and switch sides here, I think. He'll get it back as he works this left side now. O'Brien, step over. And Odette, the last to touch, throw in coming for Colorado Academy. I think it's a matter here of substitutions. I think it's a matter of keeping dry and warm bodies out there as best they can. They run back over to the bench. They cover up with the blankets and the parkas and try to get warmed up a little bit. We're seeing a few more substitutions coming in from the far side. Good throw in here. Back heel. Meyer. That'll go off of him over the end line and a goal kick coming. .54 minutes in. Every minute that starts to tick away, the pressure starts to build a little bit on the Sun Devils. Not as aggressive as we saw at the end of the first half after that goal went through by Weisman. Now they've got some numbers forward. If Evans can control it, it's going to go over the boundary line. Cole Evans moving quickly, but could not quite control it down the side. He was trying to beat the defender here on this near side. For Kent Denver, let's see if they keep the numbers forward here. Evans, an aggressive throw in, but Mustang will get a foot on it. There's Evans again. Talk about high energy. Evans touches forward. Olsen's there, still trying to control. Triple team. Whoa, look out. Solart gives to the side. First real opportunity here, and then it'll be sent away. Hutch Greaves, the junior, had control of it, but had no space to get a shot off. He was just looking to try to keep control of it and have somebody break through. Never happened. Wright will send it forward now for Colorado Academy. Touched over the top. Here comes O'Brien now. O'Brien with a shot. Bounding ball and a nice play by Siegel. That was pretty much dead on. Not much that Mark Siegel had to do. First direct shot by anyone here in this second half. 56 minutes in, numbers forward again. And this will be touched over the boundary line by Kent Denver, and here come the Mustangs to push some numbers forward. Myers is working that right side. Boy, you see that, Jeff? Boy, it's really coming down to the camera. It's raining pretty good now. It's hard to tell from our vantage point as I even look it up into and the lights are on here, by the way. As this one goes wide. Evans wanted it more forward. It goes a little wider than he expected. Now it goes the throw in for Colorado Academy. Yeah, the rain's coming down pretty good. So let's see. They're looking for a dry soccer ball now. That's going to become harder and harder to find here today, too. Evans, another aggressive throw here, and try to throw it to the corner of the 18. And another throw incoming. And Evans says, I'm done throwing it. Hyam will give it to Evans, and it'll be taken away by Wright. Wright will send it forward. Bounding ball. Boy, dangerous play. This one headed to the side, throw in for Kent Denver on the far side. Here comes a little bit of that adrenaline and aggression as Olsen tries to touch this forward now for Kent Denver. All of a sudden you can see a little sense of urgency. Dangerous time. Whoop, hip check there, and a free kick coming for Colorado Academy. If I can call it from up here, that's a pretty easy one to make. .58 minutes in, we play a total of 80, 22:37 to go in the first half. Waiting for an impending collision was Jason Blatt. It never came. But Bennett himself. Evans sends it to Olsen. Olsen will let that one go through. Back pass. A collision there. The referee says play on. Ooh, I thought that was a back pass. Apparently it was not. May have been touched by a Sun Devil. Had to have been touched by a Sun Devil then. It's a rule they put in the early 90s, I believe. Kind of to try to speed the game up, not make it as meticulous. You used to be able to. Whoop, saw that ball kind of took an odd hop that time. Evans tried to stay on that, actually rolled onto the ball, and now we're going to have a little talking to. Evans comes over, shows a little sportsmanship, helps him up. Are we going to get a card out of it? The referee's just going to let that one go. I wondered if maybe we might see our first card here today. Talking about the back pass, though, the player can't, by kicking it back to your keeper cannot use his hands. Now you can head it back to him, knee it back to him, chest it back to him, then he can use his hands. Kent Denver trying to turn it. And Odette cannot control it. It'll be sent to the side, though, by CA defensively. And here come the Sun Devils again. Charlie Hyam is going to do the throw-ins here. They're letting Evans kind of push down here on the right side. Oh, as soon as I say that, Cole Evans is going to come over and go ahead and make the throw-in. An hour into the match, 1-0, Colorado Academy. Scored it in the 25th, Connor Weissman, and it was due to a defensive miscommunication. Talk about finishing the tackle. I don't think he could stop. Is it rain or snow coming down? It's tough to tell. Rain or snow? We've decided we think it's rain. That'll be snow later on. Set in by CA. Riley will get to it for Kent Denver. He sends it to the side here, try to get it to Evans. Evans wants a quick throw in. Evans sends it in over the crossbar. Doesn't get much closer than that. I'll tell you what, Cole Evans is going to fire a couple more of those before this match is over. Olsen back heel, Odette. Got it to Solart. Kent Denver pushing the numbers. And swept to the side. I don't think it was the Mustangs' intention to be back in a defensive shell, but Kent Denver being more aggressive here, causing that. Myers tries to play it. Heavy touch. Ends up being a turnover anyway. Throw in for Kent Denver. And again, moving quickly, Odette. Heavy touch, boy. Wagner had to hurry. Sent wide, CA will have it. Again, the Sun Devils pushing forward. Whoop, upended. Whistle blown. Yeah, free kick coming. "63 minutes into the match here. 3A title game. Colorado Academy up 1-0. In the rain. This one's sent along the ground here. It'll come all the way through. Whoa, bobbled. Over the end line it goes. And it'll be a corner. Gets to be a bit of a problem. Jack Thomas could not control it as he went to the side. So here comes Kent Denver. A set piece from the corner now, their first corner of the half. Top of the 18, headed here to the near side. And it's headed over the boundary line, and a throw in for Colorado Academy. Kent Denver still holding 3 people back defensively. They're not pushing everybody forward here. Touchdown, still a throw in for Kent Denver. I can see Marcus Steers is starting to push forward a little bit. And now we're starting to see the defenders start to push forward even more. This one to the side, another throw in for Kent Denver. Switch up soccer ball. That maybe they had a substitution. Well played that time by Myers. And a throw in for CA. I've been impressed with Jonathan Myers. He's played well here today. Myers is the guy who set up the goal basically for Connor Wiseman. He was playing down the right side. He's actually playing more on the left side here in this second half. Robert Wright to send this in. Top of the 18. Still in the box. Wright hustles. He's upended. And a corner kick coming. Or are we going to get a free kick? We are going to get a free kick right from there. A lot of things you can do on a set piece. Works it a little bit like a corner. He is going to try to send it in toward the top there. And over the end line it goes. It'll be a goal kick. You can also kind of flick it toward the open part of the goal. Now, by doing that, though, that allows the keeper really to get up there and get into it. You just hope the keeper is kind of out of place or won't come off his line. He sent that one with quite a bit of force to the far post. Bounding ball. Riley battling with Moppy, and now it comes. Here's Myers again, middle of the field. Myers touched it back. Whoop, turned it right over. Here comes Kent Denver to push forward. Evans back to the center part of the pitch. It'll get through. And sent to the side. Right foot in. Ooh, short hopped. Thomas will make the play. That's a tough one. That one knuckling in. Dropped right off the table at the end. Good job by Thomas there. Second real direct shot on Thomas. Here the entire match. 68th minute. As we said, every minute that ticks away, and it'll get down to every second. Whoop, turned over. Riley's got it now for the Sun Devils. Going to take it back to the middle of the field. Heavy touch. Every touch, every tackle, every pass becomes magnified here for both clubs. You get a second goal in here. If you're Colorado Academy, you just about ice it. Equalizer comes. It's a whole new game. Riley's got it again. Tried to touch. He wants to go back to the middle part of the field. They won't let him. Odette now. And played off by Wright. Evans tries to touch it through. Whoops, swing and a miss. But Blatt is there. Meyer gets caught in the back, and that's going to go against Moratz. Didn't even extend the hand. The problem was he was right up on him. And Meyer went down like a sack of potatoes. That didn't hurt the call much at all either. Oh, there's a bit of gamesmanship in soccer, if you hadn't noticed. Cole Bortz will take the free kick. 70 minutes into the match. Over the boundary line, it'll be a throw-in for Colorado Academy. Wright going to do it. Wright would like a dry soccer ball, that's for sure. He'll get it right back on the throw-in. Whoop. Miscommunication there, and Kent Denver will have the throw-in. Marcus Steers ready to throw this one in. Hugh Greaves will check in for Riley. Olsen will come up into the play here for the moment. Solart will send it to the far side. Sun Devils try to push numbers forward again, looking for that equalizer. 3A title game. This is the time when you start to let it all hang out. You got to find a way to get that equalizer. And time is short now. 9:33 to go in the match. To the far side. Can they get something into the box here? Not yet. Touch the side and a slip by a Sun Devil on that far side. Controlled here. Touch to that far side and it'll be sent wide. Michael Olsen on the far side working with Schmergel. This one over the end line, and this will be a corner kick for Kent Denver. All hands on deck. Kent Denver sending 10 out of 11 down. Siegel's the only guy that's back. That's the keeper. Corner opportunities even up for both clubs, both with 4 now. Evans to do it. In swinger. It was in front of the 6. Controlled there. Left foot. That's not going to make it through. And a free kick coming from the top of the 18. Greer Solart stayed with it, the sophomore, and then got knocked down and got pushed from behind, so he earned the free kick here. It'll be Evans that'll do it right from the top. The referee says another yard back. High school players, not so much. Pro players, they'll try to gain as many yards as they can. To the side, deflected wide. Oh, that went off a defender. I think that caught Cole Bortz. But it went wide. And there was nothing Thomas could do about that. Well, sometimes you need the ball to bounce the right way. Kent Denver another opportunity here. 7:20 to go. 3A title game. In swinger again. Punched out by Thomas. Solart trying to control it here. Stays with it. Punched ahead now. Look out. Meyer, little collision on the far side. He's going to try to keep control and will be played off it by Kent Denver. And now a whistle and will stop things. When a player is down in the 18, that's what's going on. Couldn't figure out why the referees had stopped it. The play was continuing, but that's a Sun Devil that is down there. Boy, you could see the massive humanity that was down there, and Thomas got up there and punched it out of there, but there were 5 or 6 guys all around. Clock stops, 6:57 left to go. Kent Denver players all go to the sideline to be able to talk to their coaches. Excuse me. The CA players all in the middle of the field just got together. Not a lot of coaching going on during a match. You try to yell it out as best you can as a coach from the sideline. But it's really up to the players, everything that you've done in practice. It's Davis Odette. And he's up. Kind of on his own power, though. He's probably shaking the cobwebs off a little bit. Yeah, I think he got caught up in that pile there. That wasn't really a pile, but just that mass of players when Thomas punched it out. So we'll restart from the far side. 6:57 to go in the match. Kent Denver will have a free kick. Not as much elevation on that one. That one didn't get up in the air. Meyer's going to try to touch this forward. The defender just sends it. Wisely just sends it to the middle part of the field. And that's Marcus Steers. It was back, and it'll come here to the side. CA will have the throw in. All right, Colorado Academy now would like to keep a little possession. Meantime, we'll remind you people count on Farm Bureau Insurance for quality products, fast, fair claims, service, and insurance coverage that makes sense. That means you get the protection you need along with some of the best discounts available. People from every walk of life depend on Farm Bureau Insurance, and you can too. Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. Cohen tried to work it through. Boy, that's a lot of navy blue shirts to try to get through, though. And the Mustangs will take their time here with possession. Uh-oh, ball forward. Wright will get to it first. Right into the 18 he goes. It'll be sent wide, and it will just be a throw-in here on the near side. 75th minute. Final 5:43 left in this one. Again, it's about keeping possession. That went over the boundary line. So a throw in here. Fresh legs for Kent Denver. Clock keeps ticking down. Riley will be back in. They'll push him forward for Kent Denver. He's had several touches. Then on the offensive third for the Sun Devils. Haven't been able to make anything go, though. Olsen can't control. It'll go off his foot. And, oh, they're going to get the call. Colorado Academy, they say, last to touch it. Evans got about 5 extra yards on that throw-in now. This one's sent to the side. Sun Devils putting the pressure on. We talked about the last 5 minutes of a match now. You got to get the equalizer. One way or the other. Back to Evans. He tries to head this one forward. Up top, Solart. And O'Brien is there to send it down the pitch. CA will have the throw in. They'll bring in a substitution or two as well. .3A state championship. Top seed, the Classical Academy, knocked out pretty early in the quarterfinals by Faith Christian. Faith Christian then knocked out by this Kent Denver club. Number 5 seed. And this will go out, and CA will have the throw in. In the meantime, Colorado Academy did everything they were supposed to. As the number 2 seed, Colorado Springs Christian Academy beat them, beat Denver Christian, and beat Jefferson, and then beat Cole Ridge. in the corner. You can imagine how long CA would like to kind of keep it there. And they say play on. Nope, free kick coming. The rain is coming down harder. Mixed with snow. Well, maybe it's snow now. Well, we told you it was coming. Hasn't really affected play, though. Wet when we started the match. We've seen a couple of slips, but it hasn't really affected the match. 2.5 minutes left in this one. Oh, it settled nicely there by Solart. And he's run off the ball. Battle on the far side. Colorado Academy at this point just wants to send it as far down the pitch as they can. If they need to send it out. Meyer. It's about keeping possession as well. Battling over there. Cohen lost it. Kent Denver can start pushing numbers forward again. These switch sides are looking for Evans, who was running down this side, never made it through. Olsen, who's playing fairly deep, now has the ball in the foot for the moment and played off it. 1.5 minutes to go in the match. Raz sends it in. Evans can't get a toe to settle it down. He might have been trying to deflect that one back toward the goal, too. Boy, that one was fired in there. I wondered if he was trying to just squash it, basically, and settle it right there in the 18 for himself. But now that I think about it, he may have just been trying to deflect that toward the goal. No matter, CA's got it now, and uh-oh. To Wagner, offside. And they're going to give him the free kick from there. That's where the offside started. So here we go. 40 seconds left to go. Evans, the guy that's going to take this free kick. And here comes Siegel, the keeper, all the way into the box. He will send it in. And this one punched wide by Thomas. And CA will get to it. Oh, and send it wide. I thought they could send it. If they just sent it down the pitch, they'd have had to chase it in. This one sent wide. 17 seconds. Kent Denver. All hands on deck here. This shot didn't make it through. It goes over the end line. A foul called. And so a free kick coming for CA, and they can celebrate. How about that? Colorado Academy. Well, they're going to like being on CHSAA.tv. The women's field hockey won a state championship a couple of weeks ago, and now the boys have got one in 3A soccer. 1-0 the final. Connor Weissman in the 25th minute on a miscommunication by the Sun Devil defense. A through ball that shouldn't have been a through ball right at the top of the 18, and Weissman buried it on the far side. Presentation will be coming here. They'll have to take the gold soccer ball and take the plastic off of it. There's 3 of them sitting down in the media area, and they're all covered up. I don't know if they want to take that off. The snow is starting to come down pretty heavy now. We'll get a chance to hear our public address announcer here in a moment with the presentations. We'll keep our coverage going here until the presentations are made. We'll remind you that coming up, the 4A state championship, and we'll have that for you. That'll start at about 1:30 this afternoon right here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Well, for Colorado Academy, a nearly perfect season. The only blemish on the record was a tie against Kennedy way back nearly when the season started back on September 7th. That was just a few weeks into the season. Here come the Mustangs to celebrate with their fans. They will finish at 19-0-1. You wait around another 15 minutes, they can start making snow angels out there. Well, a well-played match. Kent Denver did everything they could. The final 10 minutes of the first half certainly started to push the numbers forward. You saw the field started to get tilted a little bit, but they weren't able to really get any direct shots on goal. Beck Thomas played very well between the pipes. Had a couple of direct shots on. One, a corner kick early on in the match, and then in about the 65th minute or so, a direct kick on. But Thomas did a nice job to make the save on what was a pretty good distance kick. Sun Devils come over, celebrate with their fans. Only two teams that make it this far. That's huge for the 5th seed to make it here through the finals. Just could not find a way to score a goal. Sun Devils will get their runner-up trophy here, take that back, put that in the trophy case, and be proud of what has been a very good season for them. Sun Devils finish at 15-4-1. So we talked about Colorado Academy and Kent Denver met back in October, and it was Colorado Academy with a 2-0 win then. This one was a little bit closer. And now the big one.
And now, the 2012 Class 3A State Boys Soccer Champions, the Colorado Academy Mustangs. Coached by Steve. Congratulations to the Mustangs.
Well, congratulations to Colorado Academy. A 1-0 win here in the 3A State Championship over Kent Denver. They are champions for 2012. Here's our schedule coming up here on CHSAA.tv. The 4A State title game, Palmer Ridge and Battle Mountain. We'll have that for you starting right around 1:30 this afternoon. We will try to get back on the air and let you know if they're going to try to push the games a little faster than that, because the snow is starting to fall now. We do have weather coming in. So we'll check with the Colorado High School Activities Association officials just to make sure that they're not going to try to push this a little faster. I've been here in situations just a few short years ago where they have tried to push the schedule a little bit, but that was when they had the 3A on a separate night, then the 4A and 5A clubs going on the same evening. 5A game is set to begin at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So thanks for watching and tuning in, everyone. 4A game coming up at 1:30. Congratulations to Colorado Academy as they knock off Kent Denver, the Mustangs champions in 2012. I'm Corey Lopez. We'll talk to you a little bit later on here from Dick's Sporting Goods Park.